Yeah, my general. Yeah, my general. What they are alive, what they are alive, what they are alive. So you don't know enough peeps. Give thanks to tuning. That one your name Inside Job. See? So, well, for some reason, I know, I have a guest with me today. Name Amenhotep. You can find him over on the TikTok for some insightful reasoning, see me. I know yes alone him there. They over TikTok and him forward over with it on the YouTube and all. So, oh, you stay, my G?
Up top, up top, up
All
top.
right,
Loud
all
and
right.
clear. Loud and
Everything
clear.
balanced.
Yeah,
Everything
man.
balanced. Everything balanced. So, yes. So, the reason now, so peeps, you are going, I want to general them this whole reason about life and reason about self awareness and reason about spiritual things and things of a mental essence, not just physical. You know the physical important, but before we get to the physical, you have the mental and the spiritual for the content with. See it? Yeah, me G. So made a whole a reason earlier, and we are talk about the signs of the time. In terms as how the Christian they would have put it in terms of Aquarius. I hear they share some things with me. How it go again? What would they say again?
Well, we are, what me actually are saying on me general is that the time we really like the ages, because we don't really learn much about the ages, right? Which is like the Pisces ages, the Scorpion ages, the Aquarius ages. Since of lately, I will start to talk about the age of light, which is Aquarius.
Aquarius.
But me not
Mm-hmm.
think we really go in depth to it, because based upon the reasoning, nobody now preach the way they say in the ages of Pisces. Then we are talking about the water, because the sign is of a water nature. Then you
Mm-hmm.
find out say we that move from out of the barter system, then you find say money come into play. So you find out say you have banks. You understand? And you talk about cash flow. So everything aligned to the water principle because of the age. And in the reason, you did I say the people of the time and the time of the people. We can't
Mm-hmm.
do nothing more than what the frequency allow if we do. So
Yeah.
now is that we are moving in at the age of Aquarius. You have to think about here, because Aquarius is an air sign. So you
True.
find out that we are talking about bitcoins. And what the
Mm-hmm.
other what the other money, them black gold and whatever, we are talking about
Blockchain
bitcoins. We are
type of thing, yeah.
all right, so guess what? You're now gonna own your money again. Your money in the ear. You see what I
Yeah.
said? Your money
Cloud.
in
Remember
the
a
ear.
cloud and call it now, you know.
Cloud. And
Yes,
that's where
yes,
your
yes.
money go. So guess what? You see if you don't want to change. Me not know, brother, because the time change and the time now asks you for change.
Mm-hmm,
Because the
mm-hmm.
time change and you live within the time. You see me? The time not live within you, You live within the time. And it's
True.
just, I think it's a principle we don't understand, It's like a
Yeah.
big puppet master the behind. That is why man figure out say there is something what we call God in a fire.
Yeah.
The gods, because whenever time Aquarian come, Pisces have to move. You
True.
see me?
Cause yeah, change.
Because it change. But that not say Pisces never good. I just the nature of Pisces. You
Mm-hmm,
understand? And I
mm-hmm.
just the nature of Aquarius this now same way. You see me? We have to love and appreciate, and this is how enough people don't understand. In at the time of Aries, when religion even come about, you talk about the sacrifice. You see me? The great sacrifice, the sacrifice of the lamb. You see it? So
Mm-hmm.
at the age that, at the goat, you talk about the lamb and all of them things there. I don't not need to take personal, man. I
Mm-hmm.
don't not need to take personal. You
And
see
then
me? I just
as
see
what
it.
you say with even Aquarius, you know. I mean, I look up something, cause you know how it go where I look up things while we are talk. Aquarius, them says a ear sign. And as where you know and me know and some of the listeners who are listening, we are gonna know now, is that Aquarius and ear synonymous with mental. Because it have to do with the mind. Cause all the four thing them go again. The ear
What
sign of the mental, how it go again.
the earth, you have the ear sign them would deal with intelligence,
Right,
And then you
intelligence.
have the water sign deal with memories.
Mm-hmm.
And then
Right.
you'd have the fire would deal with like more like initiation, the cars, the
Mm-hmm.
fire
Mm-hmm.
is a
Right.
power. That
So
you
when me
talk
a
about. Mm.
So when me a look on right here, so now, them a say the zodiac elements them seen, and them a look on Earth. Them a say the Earth sign, which you know are Virgo, Taurus, and Capricorn. Them say that have to do it detail oriented, down to earth, cultivated, grounded, and practical, right? So that have Virgo, Taurus, and Capricorn. And then now the
Physical,
water sign
physical,
them now. Eh? Go again.
physical aspect, physical.
Physical, Earth,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, man.
So the water sign now, them say have to deal with Pisces, Scorpio, and Cancer. And them have said these signs now imaginative, empathetic, emotional, nurturing, and intuitive.
Yeah, man. And that's how we mother, all of them sign there because them sign the same way, a feminine sign them, the
Yes, them
water
tend to
sign
right.
and the earth sign, a
Mm-hmm.
feminine sign them there. But when you
Right,
touch the air and the fire,
right.
masculine. You see me? I say
Masculine. So
so.
these are the forces because you have form and you have force. So the force them tend to be of a masculine.
And the
Um,
farm,
right, and the form tend to be
feminine.
more feminine, physical.
Exactly.
Right. So,
Exactly.
so the fire sign now would have be Aries or Aries, let me tell you,
Aries,
Aries, Leo, and
and
Sagittarius,
Sagittarius.
which is them say the characteristics are artistic, confident, passionate, independent, and brave.
Exactly.
Right? Right. So these attributes them would have more put towards masculine. So remember now, me G, and me know you know and who don't know I gonna know. When we say masculine, it's not just man, because masculine and feminine are principles that lie within man and woman, no so?
Exactly. Now the plants them, even at the river.
Mm-hmm.
You see me? When the tides get rough, because you
Mm-hmm.
have the tides rise. When the tides
Mm-hmm.
rise, you see that principle as masculine, but when it low, the
Right,
tide low, you see it as feminine because feminine have to deal with nurturing. So
right.
these are just principles where throughout the universe it apply to every single thing. So
Mm-hmm.
we as human being can own up the principle of masculine. When we talk about God, we can assign it to ourselves. You
Mm-hmm.
understand? No, because remember, everything coexists. The tree them are breathe out oxygen, we are breathe out carbon dioxide, them are breathing that. So we can't live without nothing. So the
Mm-hmm.
Almighty is present everywhere, and that is
Right.
why we say it is one of the characteristic is omnipresent. It meaning that it cannot not be anywhere. You see me? It is the
So,
highest, it is the lowest. So the lowest of where you want to think of this earth, it is the presence of the Almighty. The
it did it.
eyes are the same thing. See
Mm-hmm.
me?
Everywhere.
Yeah, man.
In
Yeah, man.
everything.
Yeah, man. We don't
And
separate the consciousness and call one Satan and one God. Because of reasoning.
yeah.
Because of reasoning.
Mm-hmm.
Our ancestors them do it down in Egypt when them because everything revolves around the sun in the G. When the sun
Right.
rises in the east, them call it Amen Ra, but when it going at the west, them call it Set.
Mm-hmm.
You see me? So it was always the sun same way. So the two brothers them fighting in Egypt. It was a myth about the same sun because Set was just darkness. When the
Mm-hmm.
sun, you see me? I say. So me could
Mm-hmm.
not get it twisted. It's just the same force, one universe with a north pole and a south pole, but it is just one universe.
That is
You
it.
see me?
Similar in nature, but different in degree.
In degree.
All right. Polarity. All right, so
Yes,
the
Rasta.
ear sign now of what we are talking about. Them say the ear sign them are Libra, Aquarius, and Gemini. So these are the ear sign. And them say the qualities them now for the ear sign that be witty, social, spacey,
Intelligent.
intellectual, and good listeners. So
Yes,
you see how
I.
intelligence, you see how social coming out, social media, social network. So we see the expansion of different social network, the need for people come together and talk, to communicate. We see intellectual as it relates to the information age. And you see, you understand? So even the youth them are born of this time, it's going to be different than the youth of the time before, And so,
When you know, you're not marveling.
mm-hmm.
When you know, understand and align things, you do a marvel. So when you say,
True.
boy, the little youth, I'm intelligent. So you have to know, so the time where you're living an intelligent time.
Wow.
Because we can see it, brother. We in at the age of light, when you say light, we could be talking about the physical light, but now we are talking about intelligence, meaning
Right.
that we are going to have a lot of people can voice them opinion now because the medium and the platform
It's
where
there.
them have now.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? So we can hear a vocal, we can hear some things that we never say. We can travel. No, we can travel without moving. As
Mm-hmm.
you make a talk with you when Jack say we don't need no visa to come through your
Your
speaker.
speaker. Yeah,
You
yeah.
see what I say?
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
we not even can just for all who not sing like Jack and can travel through them speaker and make them hear. We have a voice now through the media, so we don't need your
So,
visa to travel through your media.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
You see
All
me?
they need is a phone. And I
All
see
we
them phone
need
them bashing
is
and
a
say
phone.
wickedness are evil and technology are evil and
Pessimist mindset, me general. Pessimist
so
mindset will never get us anywhere. We have to be optimistic about life itself. So me I say,
mm-hmm.
and the man who tests the water all the while and find out that the deepest, when we start to bring a God, you have to pay a fee, just like the man who. So if you don't want to get up and do nothing outside of creation, then you have to pay. We make an airplane, you have to pay dearly to fly upon it. You see me?
So,
Because your people and I say you're afraid.
mm-hmm.
And Plato one statement, you know it, you're familiar with it. Where it say, when a child is afraid of the darkness, we can easily forgive a child who is afraid of the darkness. But
Mm-hmm.
when men are afraid of the light, it is a real tragedy.
Yes. Them say
You see
it
me?
say the full quotation say we can easily forgive a child who is afraid of the dark. The real tragedy of life is when men are afraid of the light.
Just cool,
Plato.
man. And that light, is the unknown. It is
Yes,
the
yes.
unknown. So
Mm-hmm.
man being afraid of the unknown, even start to hug up evil because them
Mm-hmm.
say them rather stick to the evil where them know.
Yeah, 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 yeah,
You see
yeah.
me? No growth in them thing them G.
No
And
good care.
this world, me general, or this universe, as you say, is a evolution, evolving one, brother. We
Right.
ever grow. The only thing that is permanent in the universe, me general, is change. And if we are going to talk about ancestors' knowledge, me always go back to Egypt in a fire because at them me see with the most potent knowledge we bring where the philosopher them swarm down and you understand? And
Yeah.
gather up and it become a light to the
From
whole
Greece
world.
and them place
No,
there. Yeah.
the book where them use, I don't know if I should have said Egyptian, but everybody know it as the Egyptian Book of the Dead. But
Mm-hmm.
it's right in a small, it is coming forth by day. You see me? So I light it at about right there, son.
Mm-hmm.
But in it, there's a statement where say the keeper of the house is coming into being. No, evolution that in a general. And this way, the Christian them talk about the serpent come back and trick the man, make the man, so the man start to know things and whatever and all of that, So the keeper of the house coming into being. So whatever we are create in this life now, same way, is the creation of Jah, same way, because we cannot get with thought outside of Jah. You understand? So when Jah himself not do are you, because man is like a focal point to the Almighty. So every thought until we are come from the all. Because remember, it is the highest and it is the lowest. It is everywhere. We cannot get away thought from nowhere outside of God.
Mm-hmm.
You see me? So the aeroplane we can say it is of God.
Mm-hmm.
You see me? So I just so we look upon life, yeah, we have to know them things in general. You see me? Yeah, man.
And then remember, say it a come from as what you say. Remember, if you are going to say omniscient, remember that is also all-knowing, So
Exactly.
while one man will say source and next man say universe and next man say God, you just have to do it. The color where you put on it, you come like you give a child a box of crayon now. You give a classroom of children a box of crayon. You say color this hat. One color pink, one color black, one color blue. It's the same hat, It's just every man have them own, every child have them own perspective where them give it. But it's the same art in the same book with different perspective.
I think I don't remember if I Zen, alright. I think a Buddha, him say your point and show the teacher point and show the student the way, but never tell him what he will find. You see what I say? So you point and show him the way. Just as you said before, me go down there so I find God white, but you go down there you find him black.
Right.
You see me? But at the same thing, it's like, our next way is that going to town, you choose to fly, me choose to walk. Our next man choose to ride, but guess what? We end up at town.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? No fighting, no big thing, no in it, man. Not because you reach before me. Me still reach, Rasta.
You still reach, exactly.
I'm still reach at the same place where you reach. We don't have to go through the same door, man.
As long as you reach, because at the end of the day, the principle, you know, brother. And the concept you need to get, you know, the concept, the principle, these things are off the mental part. When most people fight over the physical aspect, they say, no, it will be red, or no, it will be blue. But at the end of the day, it is what it is. And the objective truth is that it is what it is. The subjective reality now, when you start color it with different things, no, it pink, no, it white, no, it blue, no, it orange. It's just a art. That's the truth. It's a art, or is a whatever it is. But
why? You see, if the world could understand this, Brando, we'd have come to a great peace. You see me? We'd have live good. Not necessarily say perfect harmony, but because we're different, you know. We're different. Yeah. We are different, but it would have helped a lot if most people would have really see it that way, you know.
I think. Let me tell you what happened. I think what really go down. And a whole heap of things go down, but I think one of the things that may really go down is that you see each man, away there may have a live stream and may talk about it. You see when you have a type of ego and a type of separatist mindset where you feel like we are the only way and the right way and so forth and so. Now allow you to incorporate different things and different viewpoints, you know. So and you find say you probably have the lowest perspective because the man who have one perspective, I have the lowest, you know. Him are going to be the most intolerant and the most ignorant because him have one perspective. The bird where they in the sky have a higher perspective because the bird I see. So in other words, imagine you up on the ground and so now. See, and them do it all the while. Them do it in a military, them do it in a whole party. Them tell you the bird eye view. When you see them a survey for invade one plane, for invade a place, them have a bird in the sky, which is the helicopter, and the bird cannot see why 3 man are hide so 5 man are hide so. I know them have drone, G. Your drone can see drone.
You get a better view.
Right. So you are the on the flat, you know. You can see 3 man around the corner, there's a hide figure out here, you know. And the man where they are the higher, so that means that him have a broader perspective. And what you find happening is that whenever you limit your perspectives to just one, or pigeonhole them to just one, you can't see the bigger picture, my G. You only had to see details and so on, and that happen enough time we do as a people, you know?
So why you think the eye of the pyramid at the top? The eye of the pyramid, it at the top of the pyramid, you know, is a bird eye view, you know. And why you think in a creation, even our creator create us with the head up on the top, we control the rational. This is the rational up at the top, you know, we're separated from the body by the neck. We control the fourth irrational because me tell a man, you know, the pyramid denote man, you know. You understand? The pyramid denote man and every form of structure where we live in. The pyramid them over there, so the scheme, remember we live in a pyramid out there, so take the police force as an example. The commissioner up at top, coming down you have maybe the ACP acting deputy commissioner, then you have the acting commissioner. So you have 4 deputy commissioner, then you have 8 acting commissioner, then you reach down to maybe like 12. The DSP, and it come right down to the rank and file members them down at the base where you have thousands of them. So the structure pyramid. And the same thing in the government, same way. You have the prime minister, right? Then you have a minister them 60. Then you have the councillor them all about spread out same way. And then you have the mass of people who govern over same way. So we live in a structure pyramid.
And of them they are the base.
We live in a structure pyramid. It's not going no other way.
And then watch a player now with what you just say. Cause me just big up bring up a quote here, so by Marcus Garvey. Him say, a lack of knowledge and awareness can lead to no. I never really that more want to find. It's a ignorance carry the burden. No, that one you got again, me G.
Ignorance carry the burden and intelligence rule the world. I think I play it. I think well, I don't know if Marcus Garvey made the quote, but I think we know it from. But it don't matter still, you know. That's one next thing, you know. One next thing, you know.
Yeah,
and
but like
say, Brando, hold on now. What gave me a reason with a brethren, you know, brother? I said to him, say, my mother tell me something before she dead. She said, Dwight, if the devil come and speak truth, believe it.
Mm-hmm.
You see me? Me not think he did really understand it still, because his response was like, if the devil can't talk truth. But you see me, I say, but it's just like a man who you know rate. You know, a man who you know rate come and talk something from once it is profound and aligned with nature. The general, don't say because of him. If the madman tell you something, you regard it that it is true. Work with it, my general. You see me? Because truth are truth, and it come from anywhere at all it come from. You see me? So when me a quote something, I may say Plato or Socrates, remember say Egypt was before them, you know, them go study at Egypt, you know. So them are the last set of philosopher. So when me maybe not connect with the African philosopher, me connect with the Egypt, with the Greece philosopher, and me read them, and me get them book available to me. Remember, this is not about them, you know. This is about what is said and the moral of the story. So me not have to link it back for say it's a black man that said for a baby reason them in general.
No.
To me,
milk that.
A milk. I mean not drink milk, I mean a man, me a meat. You see me?
Right.
Yeah,
So
man, if you
sometimes the
semantics
them it's like no him do it, no him do it, no she said, no he said, she said, you're major and the minor right there. So
that can't help me, brother.
Can't help you. So them said the quote was attributed to Marcus Garvey. Intelligence rule the world and ignorance is left to carry the burden. You see me?
Exactly. Same thing we are reason about in the pyramid.
With the pyramid, because up at the top of the pyramid would have be intelligence and down at the base would have be ignorance. And if you notice at the base they carry the top. Because at the base carry the top, you know.
Exactly.
If you move a pyramid right now, at the base I go, yeah, it's carried. You know?
So you have to lift up the king.
Yes, man.
That's how it goes.
And you notice there are 4 man. When you watch them show, there are 4 man lift up the king, you know. 2 are front, 2 are back, and they must sit down on the chairs. Is that
you never see Bobo them rise up Cape Town.
Yeah. King Shango.
Yes, I am.
King Shango, yeah, man.
Yeah.
So guess what?
Brother, it call order. No matter how you see it, because everybody can be on the same level, you know, me. And the strong have to help the weak. And when you see it up at top, that's why sometimes you have good man end up at top, you know, at the pyramid. And you can have bad man end up at top at the pyramid as well. So that is why sometimes you see knowledge itself after it have to hide, because you have to know who for hand it fall, you know, because when it fall in at the wrong man and the wrong man rule, him rule with the sword.
That, brother.
Him rule with the iron fist. You see me I say? And knowledge can't reverse. Him have it already and him have the position. Knowledge can't reverse, you know, so that's why you have to be careful with it. You see me? Yeah, man.
And then you are going to the point where we did make our way, did make with the pyramid thing. Up at the top and this is this organization, this is even in our body, because you can look on your body right now and say your brain the right up at the top. And your brain up at the top. And all the hand want to cuss and say, but the brain don't do nothing, because I saw people that cuss and the brain, because the police out there in the road that say, if me not do nothing, they just slung them big head see. And that's for them because enough for the physical work, even for the mental work.
You know why the hand, I said the brain don't do nothing, Brando?
Yeah.
Because the hand don't have a brain. Because the brain, thinking is everything in general. Thinking is work, brother. You can't say the brain don't do nothing. Thinking is action. You understand? And if we go back to like say
the hand have a brain, that's why it says so.
I code that, you know, me G. Code that, you know. Yeah, man. So it have to stay away there and work and take instruction from the brain.
True.
Yes, what I say?
True.
And you see when everything in unison, that's how the body work, the general.
Right.
Because not
Right.
because the larger intestine I deal with shit, brother. The
Mm-hmm.
brain, nobody feel like say, hey brain, you feel like you're more than anybody else, because if Mr. Flush shit, you don't have nobody for instruct,
Mm-hmm.
You have to
You know,
know that.
chaos that in
So
the
so so
system, man.
so every king up at top have still have to respect the foot soldier them down at bottom, because of them make everything a work, make the system a go on. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
Laws
Mm-hmm.
them and everything make the system a go on, where the king put into place or whosoever up at top. So everything, my general, I just saw it going even at the animal kingdom, them have them leader,
Mm-hmm.
Because if we don't have no leader, me G, anarchy that in me general,
Mm-hmm.
and a chaos that. You see
A
me,
chaos.
if every man of them own leader in a earth,
Mm-hmm.
me general, and do whatever them please, have them own you can imagine if every individual have them own sovereignty and them own law as how them think, them see things. We have to have
Mm-hmm.
one general law we bind the people. You can imagine on the road, brother. So every man feel like say him for drive on the roundabout
Yeah,
first.
'cause if the law said them for drive go left, and every vehicle, a man say, you know, say, all right, me feel me a drive on today.
It's
Now
called
fear crash
order,
and
brother.
be
It's called
accident.
order.
Yeah.
And the other day me do a video where me I tell a man say you can't escape the matrix, you can't escape the system, because the system is important. I just how you look on it, You see how you look on things can burden you, Brando, because I think me and you hold a conversation already with the cup where half full and the one where half empty. Because guess what? The two of them are the same for the same. So but me would have choose to say my cup half full, because yes, when me say my cup half full,
Mm-hmm.
it's like me I move towards more. You understand? You see,
Mm-hmm.
when your cup half empty, it kind of give a perspective where you lose.
Yeah.
So it bring one different emotion, like, you start to fret. When me I gonna do for make me whatever, but me don't know me I grow already when me say my cup half full. You see me?
Because
Grow me I
right this
grow.
one now, as what you say, is a matter of perspective. And some of the
Exactly.
time, and at the same cup, the two of we are look on, but we have different perspective based on our perception of life. Because as what you say, if me say the cup, you notice when me I define the cup, you notice when me using the half full. That mean me I think about fullness. Hear you, the cup
Exactly.
half empty. That mean you think about emptiness. So you drift
Ex-
towards emptiness and me I drift towards full. So we
So
are
the man who are
different
drifted on
pace.
emptiness, I gonna live outside of himself, because him gonna have all bad things to say about the world, and
Thank you.
everything in the world come down upon him and whatever. Michi, we are alchemists, so we have to choose how we think,
And
because we know say we are dictate the pace.
and then that me I go say to you now, say member say as a man think it, so is he.
All right.
So you see, if he thinks it half empty, me G, he might go start living an empty way. You see, if him thinks it full, he might live in a full way.
Him a gonna be
And-
burdened, brother. Him a gonna be
Oh God,
burdened by
oh
him a
God,
gonna
man.
have all sort of problem with the system. So him can't see how the system a function, because of the mindset. You see what I say? Yeah, man.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, so we have to know how we think. It's very important. Yes,
Brother,
Rasta.
brother, all you think is vital because as well we are talking about with even the ear signs and the mental, and that is where a lot of people in this area, where it's a mental plane, because a lot of people are look for the physical work and so let me tell you this, where I listen. Is if you are free for the physical work only in that area. A matter of fact, more than likely you will listen this when the era really kick off, you probably not go there around. So we are talking to some people now in a 2100 and 2200 where I listen this right now, or 2150. Them time we are talking about bone white. And I wanna listen to this. Who don't know what we are talking about in a 2025 right now. So this physical thing is gonna be different. It's a mental thing, it's a virtual thing, it's a AI thing, me G. At them as we they are talking about before with even the money. And no currency, and no bank, and no them thing they alone that are under the water age, which is the Pisces. We are going at the
Cash
air
flow.
age now. Cash flow,
Cash
yeah,
flow.
them cash. No look for cash flow, bank, currency. No. You move to airdrop. You move to virtual. You move to blockchain thing. Where everything's secure and they up in the ear. You're looking at the cloud. And that's how you don't know. You see me, my general? So the reason why I want to cuss about this time is because him not really for the time to come, you know. So
Him
him
not
going to because
aligned.
yeah,
Say it,
he's
man.
not
Say it as it is. Him not
yeah,
aligned.
he's not aligned, right? And if you're not aligned, you're not for the time. That's all
Exactly.
right.
Up to the time.
You
Up,
have
up
up
to the
to the
time, you
time.
know.
Yeah, up to the line. So
Yeah, man.
so brother, I saw the thing go, my general. So a man I go there and fight it and fight it. No, no, this not for coming to being. You can't stop the time. Remember Bob this said, you know, have no fear for atomic energy, cause none of them can stop the time. You can't
Yo.
always have
But,
fight.
but Brando, you know,
Yeah,
say, all right, we're the Jamaica, right? And
yeah,
we know, say, you know, care what religion we choose, we come up through Christianity. And it
yeah.
just amazes me to see how so much of the people, the perspective, again, it come back to the perspective because, I mean, the Bible, you know, the Bible say, even the minerals are going to get up and serve you, you know, because man have domain over all things.
That
You
is it.
understand?
Yes,
So, when we use them iron, yeah, a mineral them, you know, we get up now,
yes.
put them together, and them a serve it. Why is it that we keep on a ball so we want to do the work same way, and then we don't like slavery? We don't understand it, you know. So make we slave some
I'm
mineral, no man.
feeling
Make we slave some mineral, no. Understand, say, even the car. That's why I tell you, you know, you see, where man just afraid of the unknown, you know, because the
it.
car itself, you know, when you look on the car, you know, it created after the structure after it use water, it use air, it use gas. The gas that come like the food that we eat and get from the mineral, it take in air and breathe just like we, right? And it use
Mm-hmm.
water just like we. The whole
Mm-hmm.
belly of them carry, you know, it's just coming like we. Them have two eye on it like a
Digestion.
eye. Like
Yeah.
everything make up half
Half
of the
a week
human
make me
structure.
general.
Well, they no robot them, brother. A robot them. Brother,
Yeah.
them are robot and we never have no problem with them. Now is that we're more advanced and create some things we look like we know. Same robot them, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But they're more advanced because you can send them out by themselves. That tell you
Yeah.
where them want and all of them little thing there. You can call all a man for right now. We take it on a different level. Now we
Yes,
can
yes.
call and talk to Africa. Now we have to talk to a man named AI. We don't know what that. A spirit that. You see me, I
So
must see angel we are talk to because we not talk to nobody, but we are talk to AI. AI respond to it.
it's
So
fun to
it
yeah.
just, you know, it
AI,
just, as you say,
AI tap into a dimension where we not there because AI now is like the Google, but it's like the Google attack to you. And then pre this too. Remember Google we make first in G. And now we make the Google can talk. Cause
all
remember, you
right.
know, before a text, we use a text and type in where can I find the cheapest rate in Jamaica? I'm going to type that in. Google goes and send me back the answer based on the input information. Now, instead of a type, me talk. Then I same thing me general like when we used to write and scroll. And now we are write by typing. Information and technology are gonna always move. So
And we
if
are
you
scroll same way.
yeah, see the same scroll. So just like
That's
how we
still
would have
same
did
way.
it now, just like how we would have did it now, and we used to type in where can I find the best podcast on YouTube talking about self-awareness and touch delight from Jamaicans, and them say inside job. See? Remember I type
Yeah.
would I type that.
Yeah.
No, you gotta ask a AI, hey, Gemini or hey, Chat GPT or whatever name you get, because then you can customize it now. Where can I find? The best podcast you can find is where here a man. No, a devil thing. What did man come in? But you did this, I never devil thing when you did type it.
Perspective, G. Perspective, because a man, a man, a man used to go and join the line and with some people wait for pay bills and all of them something there. But
Mm-hmm.
him never see it as nothing. But now you find out say him can lie down in him bed and pay him afraid people are thieving money. But your money did in our bank same way. You
So
see
when you're
me?
there,
Them could have thief it.
but when you're
So
there, walk out with the 5,000 going on JPS, a man could have thief it from you to and hold up and take the money, you know.
brother,
But
you know what? It come back to Brandon. Nothing change under the sun, me general. But people,
that's
you know,
it.
tend to realize this. Remember, say even we talk about the tablet. Remember, say Tat in Egypt did write on the emerald tablet, me general. And
True.
we come
True.
with the way I use tablet same way, me G. So it's just different dispensation, you know, and different
Right.
type of thinking and all of that, but not really change fire. All right, you
And
see,
what you know?
you know,
It's
well,
the great.
speak up in where you ask them in general.
Yeah,
Let me
yeah,
make
yeah.
this before you say it. Remember, them people they used to use a thing called hieroglyph, where them draw
Yeah.
some little thing on the wall.
True.
And I saw them used to express themselves because maybe words and them thing they never used to.
Never did it, man.
It never did it. So we use hieroglyph and picture for illustrate. You know, she said that evil come back because a emoji we start to call it hieroglyph.
I have no idea I got to you
Right?
know. I have no idea I got
Emoji.
to you
The
know.
school man,
Yeah.
then energy we are channel man, you know,
Yes,
must know.
yes.
The same place, you know, me general.
Emoji.
Same place with the on the frequency, you
So
know.
guess what
So
going on, G? One time a man used to talk about laugh out loud. When you look at him type LOL. So the word them a decrease.
the word that decrease me G. So we are
And I
going
got
back
picture.
with brother. That's why I was saying on me G, the universe is like it's like something you see, we're not too far from the Big Bang theory where them talk about, you know, so something blow up. When that
Yeah,
thing they blow up, it scatter. Now
yeah.
it a drawing back to itself, me G.
Because in the
So
Aquarius are the oneness consciousness too, you know.
we have what you call it, expansion and
And
contraction.
contraction. Mm-hmm.
Big Bang theory we are talking, me G.
Yeah, yeah.
Big
But it's
Bang
just in a
theory
different expression.
in
Yeah.
a different expression. Boom,
Mm-hmm.
something blow up. Boom, and it expand. So you find out, say, this one thing will blow up, expand, so the consciousness decrease.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's
That's
scatter all
scatter.
about, right? So
Disperse.
now that this thing a draw into itself, the man start to get more conscious because the thing a come nearer back to the oneness.
Mm-hmm. And at that, we see it take place in other dispensation here because even with technology, me and you talk about it. You there where you're there right now, and me and you there, so we are do that podcast vibration here. Bro, give them 30 years ago, 50 years ago, we have to meet up at one point and have one big camera and one mic and I record it for this even go out. And probably, no, just like when you're reading a Bible and them say Jesus meet and him and talk to 5,000 people. How much people Jesus? That's why you still when you hear him read, you know. And this is from the Christian perspective, which you know we incorporate all perspectives in our reasoning, because we know one principle. But even when you hear the man say, greater things than these shall you do, and some man a marvel, them at the time is not for them, you know. It's for we, you know. Because we can stay right here, so I not talk to millions of people cry. So I'm gonna listen to this now, him there Sweden. A woman listen to this now, she there Zimbabwe. And next man I listen to I want to get a joke, and next man I
So
listen to this
Jesus
now.
never wrong then. Jesus never wrong then.
Me G, I'm gonna listen to this now, you know. I wish you hear him there 2,100, you know. Or 2015, you know. And I listen to this, you know.
Jaja.
So we are past space and we are past time. Because we are cut down the space where many of you not in the same space. But guess what? Me not in the same time either. Can you get that truth? I listen to me now.
Jaja.
So no greatness that?
Greatness, man.
And at that, you see, and that way technology bring about, because with technology and with the age and now, it'll bring people to it'll bring everything together, me G. And that's what you say. It's like one scatter and one bring it together. Scatter, and I want to give a joke to the reason, me G, because this come back to the law too, which in the hermetic principles, which is the law of rhythm. Because after you see it bring together, you know, me G, in a year Aquarius for 2,000 years, you know. People in my time are right at the end going to get tired of it and scatter it back again, you know.
It's about life.
Yeah.
It's about life, G. It's like life, live and death, you know, life and death in a fire.
Yeah.
So it can scatter back. This is just a motion, you know. It's just a motion where it take place in the universe. And remember, you know, it physicalizes itself and this what you call it now? This physical universe is a perfect example of the underlying reality, you know. So you find out, say, in the sea, it show you, it talk about tides, right? So the tides rise and it fall. When we talk about the land, we talk about season. These are the constant changes, you know. When we talk about the air, we talk about weather. Are the same principle, you know, but guess what? We don't call, you know, the earth weather. So when the things change, we call it the weather change. No, because weather align with with the air. So in the water, that are the principle we call tides. It changes that in a fire. So I see them so the all in the underworld a change as well in a fire. Tell a man all the while the only thing that is permanent in this universe is change. So don't run from it. Accept it, man, and move on. You see me? Accept it, man. Make with us. Remember, so we are alchemists, you know. And we talk about to transmute the energy in a fire. So what we are afraid of. So we are going to transmute
about fear itself, my G.
Yes, sir. The robot is a form of transmutation, you know. And minerals and other things we put together and create that fire. And the thing where we can't believe, why is that we have to think that them robots are going to take away job in general? So we love the slavery. We have been a slave so much that, I mean, we start to fight for the jobs now.
Well, my general,
why is it that we say them robots are going to make we live like kings and queens? Because them robots are going to work for we.
G, between me and you still, you know, well, not just between me, because we have a bag of people that listen. What would I like to say still, you know, you see, the people of the time now, my G, them not understand what forward. You see, the people of the time for forward, all my little son, you know, we're about 7. Him now got cuss. I bet him now cuss about the time we are forward. I bet them a take our job. No, him don't have one job in a mind already, based on where him a grow to me, G. So the fear we are going now, and the fear mongering we are going is for those of us who not sure of what to come. Because remember, you know, people always fear what them not know, you know, and them say hate what them not understand, you know. Or hate what them can't conquer. So naturally, anything in the dark, you got fear to it, me G.
Brando, nature prepare you. Nature prepare you. All right, let me give you a perfect example. Anyway at all you're born, brother, you reflect the environment. So if you're born in Jamaica where it's a Christian thing, you have no alternative more than to grow up as a Christian. When you get bigger, you can change, but I saw them are going to grow. You understand? And you got taught the patois and all of them things the same way. A Chinese youth born in Jamaica, him now speak Chinese language because he's a Chinese, you know. Jamaican people are growing, him going to speak Jamaican. That's all nature is. When time the woman conceived, me, nature start to prepare that child. So when we are worried about 5G and all of them things there, the man who born from back in the age before 5G may have a problem with 5G, yes, but remember, so we children are we in a fire. So we now go nowhere, or we are going dead someday fire. But what? The universe have to evolve. This 5G now affect them youth, you know, because them start to morph from, you know, that's how nature operate. They might come with some different type of genetics and thing to sustain life because of what is here at the moment. So don't worry about the children. The children safe. You see me? That creation have to go on. But at one point in time, you know, Brando, where we are enders and I call life, you know, as some form of, that's why we call it civilization, you know, we did do something abnormal to the people who used to live before we, you know.
Yeah.
Where we come see and have as normal life to us in a fire. So it's just a change, and we have to give thanks to living at the we live to see a next dispensation, a change in front of our eyes, and I go live in a different dispensation. Some people now can't come over, yes. We know.
That's true.
Yeah, man. It's a beautiful time for living, man. I know nothing to fret about now.
Well, guess what, go on? If I want to fret, you know, then he might go fret, and then he might go. Because me and you know, G, as what we say, it depends on how you look on the thing, you know. The two we cannot look. Me cannot look on. Them have a thing where them say, I think in a Chinese, them say the same word we use for crisis are the same word they use for opportunity, you know. I don't remember the word, but them say in a Chinese language, the same word they use for crisis, I use for opportunity. So that means, it can be both. It's a two-edged sword. It's just which way you swing the sword, you know. And me and you cannot look on a knife here. So me use a knife to cut an orange and you use a knife to kill somebody. It's not the knife for evil.
Nothing wrong with the knife.
And the mind of the
wrong with the knife, you know.
Not that thing.
Yo, me remember, Brandon, one reason, I reason one day with a youth where Christian background and things. So he was saying to me that it is the Nephilims who teaches men to take the metal from out of the earth and make weapon with it. And things are the Nephilim do that. So me ask him, so the Nephilim teach man something, me not think nothing wrong with that, because me ask him, say, why him drive come to work this morning? And him say, car. Me ask him, where car make out of? I know say man stop talk. The man not continue the reasoning, because me said metal this make car where him drive come to work. But it choose to blame the Nephilims by saying the Nephilims teach man to make weapon, take up and make weapon.
My general, you see that's what you just I say with him now. That's the thing we then call now name cognitive dissonance, where you see where him believe it a contradict where him knowing or where him doing. So it's like a big contradict. So it's like I stop him, hear him no blow. I want to go this. A short circuit, him a short circuit, then
him a short circuit. Yeah, but that's why I'm gonna say nothing more. I'm short circuit. Yeah.
Because
me as a youth, me have to think, Brandon. Me have to think before me talk. Yes, sir, me I say.
Yeah, and then now you see the method they were use with him now, them call that like the Socratic or the Socratic method, where it's like when you have debate with that one or you have reason with that one, you ask more questions than what you say. And you force the individual to think. Because a lot of time we say things and we do things and we don't put much thought behind them. We hear a man say it, we sound credible and we say, we are run with this because we hear somebody say it. But we don't really put thought to it, when you really sit down and analyze it and put thought to it, and question it, you see it can't stand up. And if it can't stand up, it's like you can't understand it either.
Exactly.
Yeah. So that's the thing with general. We have to question these things because the journey of wisdom, as well as the same Bible tell you, he who seek knowledge begin with humbleness. And humbleness means I'm willing to ask a question and he open to learn. That is why I hear them. Yes.
Accept so you don't know nothing. Accept so you don't know nothing.
Socrates same way and tell us I know that I know nothing.
Right.
You see me? So when you start from that, hear the oracle to you now. Where they say know thyself. This is the wisest man. So man I say, so him to be the wisest man, I say no that him know none. Because that this so wisdom start and end.
Exactly.
Yes, me G, because and the know it all. Not really work out. Me have a saying where them always say, when me hear from me a youth where them say the reason why bees. Them say what when if you ever hear the story, them say why wasp can make honey. You ever hear that story there?
Yeah.
Yeah. Then the bees go to him and say to him, say, me can teach you how to do it, And thing. I was I said, nah man, we can't do them thing that too, man. I just true. I'm not ready for do it yet. I just true me know want it. I know if I make it, man. And then say to this day, the bee, no, the wasp can make honey. Because when the bees come for sure, he say, no, if I do it.
And I pride,
Pride.
That kills some of it, because sometimes, we hear other people say some things and believe say we should not say it,
True.
And when we hear it, we get so jealous over it that we're not evil that one. Well, say like and comment and not to it when they attack. But you not like it. I'm not like that. Say the man teacher,
Yeah.
wake it up into you, wake you up to it, because you did a look for it, that's why you connect with it, But you hear the man say it, and you just feel like say, and you should have did say pride, You just feel like say that you can't teach me nothing, because he never gone to school.
Yeah.
And you hear him talk, him can't even put him words together. He can't teach me nothing. But when you look, you see that you are flourishing, there some things that you don't want, and you just start get bad mind, but you never listen to him. Because you tell yourself, say, yo, in a certain category.
Yeah.
So I watch some bees that,
Yeah, man. Yeah. And then now, the wasp now dead and him can't make honey. And if you notice too, them say anywhere wasp their contention, you ever hear them say that, yes?
No, I mean I know that one there.
Yeah, man, them have a thing where they say, anyway, you see vastness build up, man, a contention to the so, you know.
Oh, yeah, man, me
And
hear it. Yeah, me
yes,
hear it.
and then now you know, say, if you say bees, you think about money and prosperity.
Money and prosperity.
So
Yeah,
you
man.
see the
So
polar opposite there, so and the bees is so hard working too. There are certain good attributes. All them things that we have got all them things that you know me G. Certain attributes are whole heap of things we talk about, you know.
yeah,
Whole
man.
heap. But you know, we just have to traverse as well we see the energy flow. But yeah, my general, if you constantly know it all, then you will never know nothing, you know.
No, can
Yeah,
you
I
think,
want
all
a
right.
time to learn.
Oh, need I say, that is why the stage it changed to like philosopher, I think, you know. Because you see sage, the sage did used to say him no, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Him know, but the philosopher no come and say him know nothing.
Mm-hmm.
So him always a search. That are the philosopher. You see me? So I two of them are the same master them, you know, but
Yeah.
at that time the sage had really theme philosophy was that him know.
No.
Yes. But the philosopher know say him know nothing.
No, nothing to blow. Can you
Yeah,
believe?
man. Yeah,
All
man.
them
Because
attack
just
and
what?
attack.
Because a science, you know, me G, remember me talk about this before. When we
Mm-hmm.
find something and I really say it wrong, you know, but I this fine at the time. You
Mm-hmm.
see me? And member said the earth itself a shift and a change vibration to, you know. So you can't say what the man never find at the time wasn't that, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Because things don't remain the same, you know. When
You
you
never
find
do.
something, you know, is you just find it within it remains. So in this time, just like if you look out the door and see a tree and you see it. No, I can testify and talk about this tree, and this tree is 5 feet tall. And this
Mm-hmm.
date, I mean, can make a statement and write book about this tree that is 5 feet tall. But
Mm-hmm.
guess what? 2 years from now, the tree grow. I see him tree, you know.
Yeah.
This tree is 7 feet now. So the man who come and study the tree, no, you know, he have no right to say the man will find and talk about tree at 5 feet tall. The tree grow.
Tree grow.
Yes.
So which one of them wrong with you and which one of them right?
Nobody not wrong. Nobody not wrong. Somebody not wrong with G. It's called growth. A
Yes,
growth take
yes,
place. And this is what
yes,
the science know. The greats know this, you know.
yes, yes.
The greats know this. So that is why you find out, say, when it touch like, you know, the sect them like Mason, Rosicrucian, and all of them big sect there, you find out, say,
Yeah.
all different. Chinese, black, white, they unite because you see the race game is a game, you know. Black and
Mm-hmm.
white is a game. And it
Facts.
is only among the masses of people. But when you go up in the elite, they not see it. They not see it like that. That is why I see man a post all picture of Selassie, I say Selassie a Mason. Hurricane them a Mason and whatever. It could be. It could be.
Mm-hmm.
Because them don't see that. But for them ideology different from the people, them have to come lead back the people. As them say, Jesus talk to the people in their own language.
Them own language, yeah.
You can't, as me say, you can't walk, you can't run with a blind man, you know.
Mm-hmm.
When a man blind, you can't hold him and run with him. It's not a good thing. He's not going to feel good.
Drop
You
him
see me, I
and drop
say?
too.
So
Them
even
not
when
feel no
you know upon the highest level, sometimes you can't go filter it back down. Because them just not going they're not develop enough to understand it. So you have to still give them the milk same way. So till they're ready. When they're ready, you tell them.
True.
Yeah, you not gonna other way, me G. You not gonna other way, man. Enough time we say we are weak people, you know, but me tell her one say, you see, waking, brother, is an innate ability. It just come
Yes,
like
yes.
you couldn't tell a man say, you know, say me learn you that. The statement not correct. Cause you can't learn me. And me learn myself. You can't teach me.
Right,
Me can
right.
teach a class, you know, but the class consists 8 children. And me teach the class about
Why you
algebra to
learn?
them. But that's what them learn. You see me? At the same thing, me can go and
Yo,
preach.
yeah, G, I like that. So you say you teach 10 but 2 learn.
So the same thing, me can go and preach to the mass of people, but 2 weak.
Yes.
I
Yeah.
don't me wake them, me preach. Me not wake them. Waking is
I
an
like
innate
it.
ability, me
Yeah.
G. It happens from
Yeah. You
within.
have to
The
discover that for
man have to
yourself.
open up and reason. What me
Mm-hmm.
can do a ignite, me ignite something in him when did
Yes.
I look for.
Right.
But if you
But if
not
you're not
look
in
for it
him,
and you're
him
not
can't find it
interested in it,
outside
you
him.
can't find it outside, me G.
Mm. And then
Time
you
of
walk
life.
on. That's why them say no, say the lips of wisdom are sealed except to the ears of
Years of
understanding.
understanding.
Mm-hmm.
He must have a fire light inside of him, before him
Mm-hmm.
can actually detect the fire outside. I think,
True.
yeah, one of them, I think I thought, that make a statement, where he must say, if when the man, how it go, he must say the tablet will respond.
Oh, when
The,
how it go
the,
again? Yo, hold on
this
there. Like
tablet
so
will respond.
if this light be within you, then the tablet will respond. Something like so.
Exactly. Something like that. Same, but it's clear. It's clear enough. If the light is within you, this tablet will respond. So at the same thing, brother, you have to have a fire, a burning thing for this thing. That's why it take out in your face and you can't see it.
Mm-hmm.
In your face and you can't see it because you know open that the window they don't open for you to really perceive it. You ever watch a movie yet, me general, and you just see it for what it is? Just like when the Matrix come out and people say, oh, the Matrix are real, and this and that and that. And when you get conscious, brother, when you start to learn some other things, you go back, go watch the Matrix, and you start to see some things you never see. Because you start to look for it from a different perspective now. You realize that, but the movie is like a religious show,
Yeah.
You never did see that. You see, when time Neo walk and the girl come and when the girl are coming at the red and she looks so good, and by the time he turn back to look at him, when I look a big gun him looking at whatever, and it does sound like some little illusion and thing or whatever, but it's deep.
When me I watch Matrix for the first time as a child, the big craze around Matrix was about the man who can sight bullet. Now me I gonna show you something where I'm in the show. You lucky we at our Matrix. Look how the reason turn now. In the same show, Morpheus look on me and tell him, say, yes, when the time is right, you won't even have a sight bullet, So, you see how the mental change even within the show. Because in the show, the big craze was about him sight bullet and a dodge bullet and the big guns and when there because of them eyes that we have at the time. But
Exactly.
brother, the whole we get here now, we start here the philosophy and you're trapped in one world and Matrix and brother, the same show start taking on a different meaning. I same show, not change, And your mindset change and your eye open, And that
So you think you can go back and tell them people, say this the movie mean, or some little you to watch it now from the same.
No. If you would go in a time capsule and a time machine and go back in a 1990 and I teach them and say, no, say, when you see my dad, the man will say, well, I'm telling you love make up something. A big gun show this, a baddest gun show. A gun show, him see it as me G. Him not see it as a philosophical instrument.
So you think it is right? You think it is right for me if you go in a classroom with some little toddler like 5-year-old and start to teach them metaphors and personification and everything there? And some algebra.
Something wrong with you. Them can't take on to the reason.
You have a thing there, basic, me G. You have to start off at 1. Right? You have to start off at 1. These are starters. You can't go tell them. You have to tell them about verb and maybe not even verb. They're not ready for it. They're not ready for the verb and the description. I think I went to primary school. I think I went to primary school. They start to learn that. When I go high school, they start to talk about the simile, the personification, alliteration. Exactly. So because you become a man now and you raise a vibration to a higher consciousness, you start to call baby fool.
No, you can't do that.
You can't call baby fool.
That's part of the development. That's stage of the development.
It's the same thing, brother. You the people them own away cannot sleep, me G. You can't call them fool and I send up your blood pressure for them to hear where you say, because deaf man can't hear. People who sleep naturally can't hear. Them asleep, brother.
So you have to say you idiot, you see me there. The phone ring and you answer the phone, you idiot. You must sleep, so you answer the phone. You know,
You are
wake, you
idiot
know,
now,
wake.
brother. You look like a fool now. You look
And
like
you
a fool now.
wake, you know.
Gotcha.
Christ would ask the man then, which one of these man is a fool? Okay, you know, that's how Christ them deal with it, you know. Heard him done him say,
Gotcha.
which one is a fool?
You think you're wise. You think you're
Yeah.
wise because you know something deep. I know. I
No, man,
bring
you
it
don't really know it,
to a
man.
child.
You think, all we are
So
going on with
remember,
you, what that prove to you, you know. I know you don't really know it, you know.
Paul
Or
in the
probably you know,
gospel,
but you don't understand.
Paul in the gospel is saying, gather the milk for the little ones.
Mm-hmm.
You have to remember that. The milk, if naturally, me general, when the baby born, the baby, not even milk, no got what called colostrum. I first juice
I
that.
the breast milk.
Because
Mm-hmm.
the chest is so delicate
Mm-hmm.
that it can't digest nothing but the colostrum. And then
Mm-hmm.
after that, milk, right? You take the
Mm-hmm.
baby
Mm-hmm.
months before you start to crush Irish. And then
Mm-hmm.
meat are the last thing when the baby start teeth and so before the check,
Mm-hmm.
because the stomach will get harder to consume them things them in general. So guess what?
So what you going to do?
can't-
Cause the baby say him can't chew up meat when him a 1 day old.
No, you can't digest that. Are the same thing for the mental plane, brother. There are minds out there, not because the person is an adult. The mind don't develop that much. The person don't get enough information for actually what up to absorb the information around her. Travel enough. Travel don't really mean you have to go nowhere, because you can read and travel.
Mental travel and physical travel, right?
So you don't really come to that grip for digest certain things. You can't force them in a debate with them and call them idiot and them thing, then I send up your blood pressure. And
that is why the wiser you are, the less you are going to speak. Because you find say less things you are going to say to less people. And that wisdom, they under silence, they come with ignorance and being arrogant. It come with a knowing and an understanding that they are not there as yet.
So you're humble. You see me? You're humble, even though you're gonna see it, because it's a child. It's a child in an adult body, The mind is of a child. Serious. Your sister them are gonna kill themselves, but you can't talk to them because they rule themselves. And you not sit down with a pretty smile like so. Because they never hear them deaf.
And
they
again,
even though your sister the tsunami a come, I call to them, no sir, them a party, them a shake booty. A booty them a shake. And them a tell them say you're old.
And then watch out too. That is why you see when you go back to the biblical sense now, when you hear Christ attack and him say, forgive them, Father, for they know not what they do. You must speak to the fact of them lack of awareness, them lack of consciousness, them lack of knowing. And also forgiveness come in too. And you find that you have to forgive people who do certain things because you realize that the level of understanding or the level of knowing or consciousness or awareness is not. You understand? So you know as well you say, you're not go hungry and you feel know better. No. They are not there, bro. That's just the reality.
And Brando, one of my thing, I just love. Say I love and always forgiveness. Enough video me do upon that, because you see, brother, you see, if you can't forgive fire, it's like forgiveness, me G. Vengeance and them thing there. It's like you drink poison. And believe that somebody else are got dead. You see me? It's like consuming poison and believe that somebody else are got dead. So you have to forgive, brother. Forgive you do it for. And not for the next man, you do it for. You have to let go that. Remember, when I drop guard, me not talk about drop guard, but guess what?
No, when I say be a fool.
No, that bitterness, that's how we are going to like the feather. Me talk about this all the while, me G, because before, the Christian mythology, what them talk about, to forgive your brother 77 times. We can't argue that because Christ himself, or God himself, never forgive our progenitors, Adam and Eve. We're going to yam from the tree. We can't argue that way, G. But we know the principle where it lay. Because even in the Egyptian mythology, the art we against the feather as well.
And then
so how the art are gonna light as a feather if I not forgiveness it attack? The same thing it attack. You see me I say? But me no want debate with some Christian by saying that. Yo, so God never forgive Adam and Eve. Why must it throw them out and whatever and all of that?
And then, Michi, you have to remember too, Remember that part to with forgiveness, we have many different principles in our earth, Remember, forgiveness is a conscious cause of a conscious mind. Outside of
Exactly.
that conscious cause of that conscious mind. Remember the law of cause and effect always a play out. That are in
I,
the Hermetic
I was
philosophy.
I was
So
going to that
right,
because
so
God Himself and a man, but two people physicalize it because a
right,
cause
right.
and effect happen there. So Adam then
Mhm.
go do something where the cause are gonna come after.
And the effect, right. So the
So you
effect
see,
after the cause.
the judgment always a take place though.
But it have to happen, G, because I just our perception and listen. If you step on water right now, G, you are going to sink. That's a law. Unless
Exactly.
something outside of the law happen, and it can happen outside of the law, it can be explained. Because probably the density of that man rise to a certain level where the density of the water is lower and him can crack the surface so him a go float. So we can
Exactly.
explain it. You understand what I say? Yeah.
Exactly.
So you see with the way you are saying now, G, a cause and effect. Because you can't expect and me G, what I worry upon and next level to, because you see these laws, which are the seven, which through the hermetic philosophy. A lot of time people get some result, and them blame the system, them blame Illuminati, them blame devil, them blame white man, them blame everybody except realize that them are the conscious or unconscious cause of them own reality in general. And nobody no want to take the blame. I should use the word accountability because that is key in general. Because even collectively or individually, how we are as a people, that is that. And our another hour that I can't do the music. That's our different topic altogether.
Yeah, but me I listen, me I say, yo, see the reason, yeah? We continue with it never done the G because
Never.
we not talk not about the law, them,
I
me
know.
really see a drift over in the laws, them, And I want
Yeah.
different reason that if we're going at the laws, them,
Here we go on.
I know.
Here we go on. If people will listen to this, what do we expect next time? We have to go over in a hermetic philosophy. I think this will set the stage for what is to forward. You see me?
Because,
Yeah.
yeah. And the hermetic philosophy are the foundation still, If I
Yeah.
once don't know that, me general, you can't look from a certain perspective, me I tell you.
Yeah,
It
yeah, yeah, yeah,
the
yeah.
laws them of the universe. It is said that if you live in a country ignorant to the laws, them, you get yourself in a problem.
You know, most man,
You must know the laws, them, and the same
you
thing
have to
within the
know the law.
universe. You must know the universal laws. You must know about cause and effect. You must know about gender. You must
Mm-hmm,
know about vibration. You must
mm-hmm,
know about polarity. You must know about correspondence.
yeah.
You have to know this, brother.
Mm-hmm,
Because if your shadow in a earth, a leader to there is a shadow world.
mm-hmm,
There is a shadow world because remember, you have a thought first that is spiritual, right?
mm-hmm,
Because you can't see thought, but
mm-hmm,
guess what? Me have a thought to create a fan because I'm hot. So
mm-hmm.
guess what now? This you call mastery, because guess what? We come in at the earth, nothing does suffer like that, but we can't stop eat from take
Mm-hmm.
place. So we are going to do? Vibrate from out of the heat. So we make a thing called AC or a fan. And we do that through thought. We have to have a thought first. You cannot go and make a fan without a thought. So
No.
you have to have a thought first. So
Where the
therefore, this
thought come
physical
from?
universe could not come into being if there wasn't a thought, a spiritual world where it come from.
Mm-hmm.
Because I saw the physical I show you. So at the physical, we take enough to understand so there's an underlying reality where everything actually came from.
Mm-hmm.
You
Mm-hmm.
understand?
And
Yeah.
even if we're looking at the physical world, you see a tree on the surface, yeah, so it come from a seed that was planted below. And that seed,
Exactly.
when it a germinate and a take root and then someday, you never see none of that. And I will
The
come to
nasty.
manifestation on top, just like how the fruit come from the leaf. Remember, you never see the fruit, it in the leaf on the branch it then, and then it start manifest and come to a fruit.
All right. All right.
So you
All
find say
right.
the manifested have to come from the unmanifested. You see me? So I just so it go me general, but it's
Yeah,
like
boy.
Most of we, you know, we only work with what we see, but we don't realize that there's a deeper world beyond that. You know, it's just like the same cause and effect. Because, you know, we're the general. And as I say, we are touching to this, but we are touching to this because it will start for the next one. You never know, you ever hear them talk about, tell me if you ever hear that phrase, yeah. What is the root cause for the disease?
What is
What
the
is the
root?
root cause of the problem? You never hear that terminology there?
No,
Yes.
in a pop
In a
right
clip.
now.
Well, it's
Yeah.
a terminology when me hear. So when me a meds it, you know, me I say root cause. But you know, say, remember, say, you know, the root and the nutrients where the root are get from the
Yeah.
soil cause the tree where you sit on top, you know.
Yes. Yes.
That cause and
Yes.
effect that, you know, it is
Yes.
because the root is tethered or linked to Mother Earth, right?
Yeah.
Because a
Yeah.
Mother Earth connect through the roots, provide nutrients, and then the plants start go up and turn in a tree. It become the cause, you know. So the effect, I should say, the effect would be the fruit or the leaves, and the cause or the root would have be down in the ground.
Yeah.
And
So
the most,
yeah.
mm-hmm. And even with the name of this episode, you know, where we are talking about with inside job, a lot of the things are projected in the reality where we in the physical because of certain things where they inward, individually and collectively. So collectively the people might think narrow-minded, collectively the people might think from an egotistical and emotional way and not think a rational way. Then that is going to be the reality.
Exactly. Exactly.
That is the effect. So when I
I
want to
get
try it, cause no man look in a mirror, you know, me G, and see something in the mirror and broke the mirror and things that can change him, you know. Him are the cause and the mirror are the
You
effect,
are the
you know.
cards. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You have to change your big song Michael Jackson sing, you know.
So
Starts with the man in the mirror.
yeah, yeah.
Because brother, you see, if you me do it just like the video when me do the other day on TikTok, when me I say,
Over for
see
your
if you
TikTok. People remember
yes,
say I'm men not tap on TikTok same way. So go over there, go check out
yeah
the video
man.
on TikTok. Yeah.
Yeah man, me do a recent video the other day when me I say, you see, when you as a man become fully aware of certain things and believe, say, yo, you're on a different level. It's not for you to take away yourself from society. You
Yeah.
understand?
Mm-hmm.
Me think personally is for you to make society better. So
Mm-hmm.
you supposed to look for going to Congress. You look for
Mm-hmm.
going to Parliament or whatever. Because we can't do like the
The
brother,
early
when me I grew up, used to hear like Christian and the people them at the grassroots always I say, I am not of this world. And me
yeah.
no want me not trying no politics, me no vote and become a Christian, me no vote and whatever and all of that. But at the same time, you call the man them were in a power thief, then they don't must thief. Because if good man
You
take
know
what
right.
themselves from society, you
But them
believe
have a
say
quote. Them have a quote like that, you know.
you are the godly persons who stand for moral and integrity. But you say you're not give your energy to society because you know where you go to eat, you know. But you say you're not join them. So I know thief you left there in the cabinet and all of that. So what you cry for when peer thief and rob and all sort of something and at them you left, a criminal you left to run because you not participate. Me not believe in that concept, them G. If you believe say you're good and so good, me feel say I right, so you have to go shine your light.
Them have a thing where them say so all that is necessary for a triumph of evil is that good men do nothing.
Exactly. Profound.
Yeah, yeah.
Profound.
Them say Edmund Burke say it. All that is necessary for evil triumph is that good men do nothing. They not just
Exactly.
come like then darkness can only grow in the absence of light, you know, me G. So if the light refuse to shine, that's why you hear the good. You see it, so we go Bible go all about because we realize the truth is all about it universal. Remember the good
So,
book, you know.
so
Shine
we,
your
the
light
children of the
before men.
universe, realize that truth is scattered. So we go all about.
All about.
Yeah.
We stop here, so we pick up something down Greece. We stop round Egypt, we pick up something. We stop our Bible, we pick up something. We stop round. You understand?
We go a
Yeah,
Kibali and we go a
you got him
Egypt, we
and
go a
pick up
Alberta,
something.
we pick up.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because get
man.
what go on, G, it's like a big universal supermarket of knowledge, you know. And when you pack up a trolley, you can't just stay in a one aisle. No man go to the supermarket and pick up egg alone, him pick up milk, run another aisle, him go in the next aisle and him pick up biscuit, him pick up some. I remember everything can pack on the same aisle TWG. Because you know, go see toilet paper pack on meat aisle, meat in a fridge. So you have to push the trolley and go around. So that's how we have
Exactly.
to push the trolley and go around. So, but what go on we do is that each man take a trolley and just go pick up beer things in the egg line. Egg and meat alone. And next one them say, no, this alone is supermarket. Not knowing say if you push the trolley and go around, there's many parts to this place. He might toothbrush up at the top. You understand? Run at the base there, so he might bakery things like whatever. So I don't so knowledge go me G. But the point of me there make is remember Christ said, let your light so shine before men, that they might see your good works and glorify your Father in heaven. So at the light of the shine, and how
So
the
hold on
light
there,
shine.
so hold on there,
Mhm.
so hold on there. So when you have Christian that say they not take part in a certain thing, them read that the scripture there.
Cover them and cover your light and bushel, me G.
Yeah, and you have some Buddha do the same thing too, go up in the
Yeah,
hills, isolate themselves, and you have
yeah,
Rasta who do it too.
true.
Rasta who claim to
And
say
them
them
say
come
them
to
a take
certain
with
level of
themselves.
consciousness, them attack with themselves. But me do a video tell you can't run from the matrix. You
Mhm.
only go create a next matrix.
True.
Because your ideology I got imposed by
But me,
whosoever you think.
but me
I
G,
go
when you
follow
watch the
you.
Matrix, saying I one at the stage, I think I know the third one or the first one, I don't remember. All near fight the man, them a fight the man, them in them. Nah, destroy them. Say I jump him off a jump in a one of them. I explode him from the inside.
Oh God,
All him
man.
a
Oh
beat and a
God,
beat
man.
them
Oh
nah then.
God, man. Oh God, man. The man become the matrix.
Yes,
The man
inside
become the
job.
matrix, yo. Brother, you just steal a man. Let me say it. Steal.
Yeah.
Yes, man,
Sealer.
when you say right, that's me G. Not even that think about that, my youth.
Yeah.
But me remember one of them did say that the matrix, I tell somebody, me remember for Morpheus, I said, you can't change me because the very people them who you want to convert is a part of the matrix,
Of course.
Yes, but what if I really Neo are the antagonist though?
Yeah, different
I
reason
try, I,
to
I try wake people. What if I Neo and not Mr. Smith are the antagonist? Because I Neo, I try
Yeah,
wake people, I
yeah.
wake up people in the matrix and people are asleep.
I mean, say if you do that, a forcefully you do that, And the universe now just works, it have its time and its season. If rain a fall and you are try for most time when time we work with nature, is when it work best, If rain a fall, you get umbrella. You don't go out and shout at the rain and say, stop fall. I wet, you get wet. You better get an
So,
umbrella.
so me ask you this. When you plant a seed, is a big tree you see next day?
No. Dirt
You
you
know,
out
so it come
there.
to everything have to take time grow, me general.
If you
Everything have
got
to
no
take time grow.
patience, you're going to go there and kiss your teeth. Day 2, day 3, you kiss your teeth.
Yo, let me tell you this to me, G. Because it have flow, let me tell you this. You see where everybody, especially the so-called conscious one, feels say, it happen where everybody, if you come to feed them level and get conscious and get that feed them level of conscious, say a chaos though.
Mm-hmm.
But you have some man out there where I say, them supposed to be sovereign by themselves and government, nothing, whatever. You can't imagine everybody start to work for themselves.
No, you have to have buyer and seller.
You have to have different levels, my G. That's how Earth run. I just say it go.
In this
You know?
dispensation, exactly, especially.
Yeah, man.
Because,
You have to build a house. Everybody can't be the pine finger man there. You have to have somebody, and if everybody have the ability to pine finger, who are going to carry the block? Who are going to carry the
exactly.
block in cement?
So, you have to have that in it.
A man, if you know, say, boy, you know, me can't read plans, so I got to take the work with them, give me, And me can't really read the plan. When me see it, me can't read it. So, him I go just, I just saw it coming, I just life, man. And sometimes we see some people and say, them are suffering on the G. And we start to make we separation that we been putting a fire because you see some little youth of Africa enjoy themselves, I run up and down with them, them so brief and maybe one two sticking or two tire and a laugh. And you look on them and say, oh, them are suffering. They're
Oh
full of
God,
dirt
them
and
a
in the
suffer.
dirt.
Oh
And
God.
because you have a tablet, and so you start to sorry for them, say them are suffer. What is suffering?
Mm-hmm.
What you mean? What is suffering? What is really suffering?
Are the mind determine what suffering, man.
No for way,
So
no for
probably
you know
not.
much
Yeah,
people rich
but
and suffer.
I know that alone, if I say. Where they see some video, the man them I eat some monkey. Monkey, the man them on down and I eat. You know, see that, yeah, Lord God, these savages, how them feed monkey, you know, some chicken them want and some pork and some beef. So why can you eat monkey then disease, no, of that. And I kind of, that you go say,
Yeah,
and you
because
go
you
say, can
use
civilize.
because you used to eat chicken like savage too. Or something like that take to
And I want to give a joke, bring that man they come over here so and come see I do some things and a savage in call you, Yes, man. You know him language, no? A savage him a call you,
How you look on things, me general. That's why you see sufferation. Me say enough man reach out and I suffer. Them reach out and them a suffer, brother. And enough man not have it like that. And rich, happy. You see me? Yeah, man. Sometimes I would desire kill you, I would desire where you desire, where you want to own. Because you see, if you understand, so you own everything. You own everything, me G.
Me G, happiness,
you own everything already, man. You own it.
What the peeps them not understand, I think a lot of time people pursue happiness from the standpoint of seeking things to have and not giving thanks to what them already have.
You see it? Perception. Perspective. So if you look into what you have, you send gratitude even, but when you look to say you want that and you don't have it, brother, you're living a one total me never even know if you call it. And them thing that breed disease in your body, me G. Yeah. Because anytime you not live your true self, brother, happy and enjoy yourself where you want, just live, man. Just live. Because you're alive. You see me? And regenerate your cells then. But yes, when you just cool up on you, whatever, you start to kill yourself. You see me? Because first and foremost, you don't accept joy. You don't accept joy. Yeah, because it's like life not good. You understand? So you have been ungrateful. You see me? So therefore, the body start to lose itself. So the man start to decay because enough people don't know say you decay before you're dead,
Yeah, man, you have to decay mentally and spiritually before you. Yeah, man. Mentally and spiritually before you decay physically.
Yeah, man. How it go? Them say a birth, maturity, or growth. Birth, growth, maturity, and decay. You understand? Because after maturity, the man start to lose himself, And that a decay, so his spinal, so his face start wrinkle, him with fat, his skin start get flabby, and his ear start grey. I lose yourself, I go back to where you come from, Live long enough, when you look up your skin and bone, and you start to lose yourself, you decay before you're dead on the philosophical level. You see what I say? Yeah, man.
Yeah, man, reality.
After you're dead, no more decompose. What people call it decay same way, but truly, you actually decay before. Because even the testosterone level start to lower in your body. You find out, say, when you reach 60, you have some erectile dysfunction if you not eat right. And then where the ego where you did have when you are youth, the even sex, it start to decrease. You see what I say? And even the bone, when you drop, you can't set back the bone again like that because it not having enough. Maybe somebody who do bio can explain that to you, but
yeah, man, it not having enough calcium and the calcification not take place.
It a decay, it a go away.
But I want to show you to my general car. We'll close it off before we get to the next one. Guess what going on now? Remember too, you see that thing that we talk about in terms of from the start, you see the reason come round back in terms of the Aquarius and the age. Yeah. When you see people start to refuse the age, and I refuse the times, now come. Is mentally them start for dying, my G. At the
Yes.
first stages of death, that start up mentally
But the
and
mental
spiritual.
plane.
Yes, my G, because them start lose the vibes for living, you know. Them
Yeah.
start lose the vibes for life because what come is like them must say, "Ah, what this? We can't bother with this now go work." Them start to die mentally and spiritually, my G. So when you see him start get older and him start complain and regret, him start dead from mental and spiritual, my general.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
man. How
Refusal to accept reality and refusal to accept the time is a sign of death. It depends on the way.
yeah, man.
Mhm.
Definitely.
Mhm.
Powerful, man.
So what we
Powerful.
talked about before with him a die spiritually and him a die mentally, that me G.
Yeah,
Because
man.
like him now grow, him now accept, him now move with the times, him now accept the reality. Say, watch you know, say things are change and me have to go adjust. Because remember, you know, if you're not adjusting, you know, me G, you go perish, you know. Them say that one I law of nature, you know, the strong must survive and the weak shall perish. And the one them is strong are the one them will adapt. The one them
Yeah.
will weak, me G, are the one them will fail for adapt and will adapt, and them perish. So
Exactly.
mentally, when the time a change, here you no. Why we can't do the all way, or why we can't perish, you start perish.
And you know, Brando, what me realize is that people not try to go outside of where them learn. And that's one of the things where we affect them because and anytime you hear certain things, if you start to think too. Because remember, we have seconds, then we have minute, right? Then we have what? Follow hour, then
Hour.
then we follow our days. Then you
Yeah,
have weeks. After you have weeks, you have months.
month.
And then
And you
you
have
have
year.
years.
Yeah.
Nobody never question the age them yet, you know.
No.
Nobody no question the age. But brother,
After a year, where
people
you have decade, and then you have
decade.
century, and then you have
Yes,
millennium, and then you have age.
exactly.
Which
Exactly.
is about
Thanks for the
this
backup.
about
I think.
2000 and odd. Yeah.
So the
2000 and odd
age
years.
then change and we approach new ages, and the new ages them come with different frequencies.
Yes, yes, yes.
You see me I say?
Time,
Yeah.
time, time.
And me glad enough people start to talk about the Aquarian age, but me not think them dive down deep in it still.
Yes, yes,
No,
yes.
and me do a video when me tell them say you can be slave by the light, you know. So nobody feel like say the age of light I come show up some things where some people they do it and all of that. You when we're there criticize Elon Musk for Bill Wema Bill, we if you really are gonna sit down back on the throne in the age of light, brother. You affair endorse them thing. You see me I say no wrong with it, and we if you create them thing, anybody who create them thing, them are gonna dominate in the age of light, you know.
Information is
We as black
general.
people just believe in some superstitious thing, me G, but
The
action
son of a
because the
slave
Bible
them,
tell us.
G.
Even the Bible tell it. That's why I not too love the idea of chosen, me general. When you do a video where there, you know, when me accept that, me chosen because me
No,
walk
man,
through
you
the
have to
fire.
choose yourself, man.
Choose yourself first and walk through the fire. But you see, chosen people from the biblical perspective, two things me realize about them. Them continue them do as them like as you see so-called Israel I do. Them feel like them can bomb people and take over them land and all sort of stuff. This a for me and claims this and claims that. You see the
You
next
have to
set?
go against cause and effect this, man. Because
Right.
you tell
You see
yourself, so no matter where you go on, the effect have to go your way.
Alright. And you see the next set of chosen people now are weak. I mean really hear the Chinese them I say them chosen and the Indian them, you know.
Them
The
put
next
in
set
the
of
work.
chosen people are we as black man. And you know what happened to it? We not bomb nobody and take over no land, you know, because we don't have the ability to do that. You know, if we chosen thing go, if we
Yeah.
chosen thing cause we
Bomb
fear
myself.
wait for one hate it become deliver we.
Yes.
We don't like it, brother.
The sun will come save we and
The
it
sun
a
of a-
burn up the 6 seat of them.
No, but they always ask the question, where was the sun in the time of slavery? Where was the ancestors in the time of slavery? Where was Jesus? Where was Allah? Where was the whole of them? And yourself, brother. Everything have to happen with us. Brother, we have to move. We have to make the difference, G. God is within us. You see me?
Yeah.
Right, that's right,
Yeah.
G. Because, you know, we see the jungle and know that the fittest of the fittest survive. That's how it is. That's nature, brother.
And the fittest is the one who have the knowledge. Right.
Mental.
And the one who have the mental, and we know the mental tap into the spiritual.
Mental, because me and you know the lion is not the strongest, and him is not the smartest, and him is not the fastest. But why you think him is the king? The willpower, brother.
Oh God, me G, we have to wrap up this.
When you look for kill your brother. If you're looking at a lion face, and your heart start beat, because you know him going to murder me general. Anything you want to get it.
And then G, guess what go on with him now? You see different now how him look to me general. You see when you hear him go, yo, me say you're there from a mile and fear, you know, when you hear that sound there.
So you have to know in the earth as a human being, you have to make weapon, brother. You have to have weapon. You have to bad. You have to mighty like America, mighty like Russia, mighty like China. I saw it come, G. Nobody from out of the sky now come save we. You see me?
No. Oh, you are going, general. We're close off. Yeah, we're gonna wrap up and close off a reason. Because guess what, going? We reach an hour and 30 minutes. Believe it or not. Yeah, that's 90 minutes. So we don't want to go to. So you see for the next run, you see that thing that we start on willpower is the next run, as well as the Hermetic philosophy. And I think we can go into it because the Hermetic philosophy have a part when it talk about gender. When it talk, because when people hear gender, you know, people think of us male and female. These are principles.
Regeneration, man. Yeah. Man.
So that now I go talk about the subconscious and the conscious mind and how willpower, drive and hope. You know, our whole heap of teaching. Go on. But as what you say, no, me G, you cannot teach 10 man and a 2 learning. They would have taught the body you make it up, come here and tell you that true, you know. We say all the teacher teach 10 man and 2 learn.
Yeah, man, it's an innate ability to wake and learn, brother. That's why we cannot make a statement like that. Yeah. Me learn that, you know. Statement wrong, brother.
No, you can't learn nobody. You have to learn himself.
You don't have to me wake nobody. You know, wake, brother.
No.
You ignite, you know. You ignite, the man wake himself. Yeah, man.
That is it. And you are going like minds drawn to like vibration. So if I want hear them reasoning and him can listen to the whole to all any now, or him can listen peace, so then this is for him. It's for fortify him soul, it's for water him soul and him mind. It's a soul food. As well we say inside job. But you say the next one where I come, it'll be fire, you know. Because we have to see notice, me say fire. I mean no coincidental, no, because willpower we are going to talk about, you know, a fire that are the drive, that are the desire, that are the hunger. Yeah. That's what drive life itself, my general, because without willpower, we have to sit down and if it me can't bother. You see me? No, that not drive civilization. And even them country they mentioned, China, America, them places, willpower drive them place.
You have to mighty. You have to mighty. But since I do a song we say, when you're in a Rome, brother, you can't be no saint. When we are trod through Rome, we are warrior. That's how when you come in the earth. If you claim say you come from the heavens, when you're up there, you are stars. But when you come here, so you are rock star. You see me? I say you have to understand that you can't. You're not no farmer, no, but you are no spirit and spirit this and spirit that. You have to take up the uranium out of the ground and set up power base and defend your people, defend your turf. I'll say I go get bully in the earth. You see me?
That is it. Hey, G. And that's how we are closing from the MG. Mind you make the money because of revolution.
We are. Make them think it. We are. Let's see.
Yeah. People, I don't know a thing going. If you make it so far, make sure you like the stream. Like the video, please, and you can share to somebody who have like minds. Because not everybody can manage them depths of reasoning. You know? Yeah, some people take on this and drown. This are depths water. This are not on the surface, I do backstroke and breaststroke, and so this are dive down deep, scuba gear in a submarine.
Down the pearls, them there.
Yeah, man. Yes, your ears are pop down here, so you know me, G.
Yeah, man. Until your body get used to it, you see it.
Until your body get used to it.
And nothing for you swim down there, but for the first, your ears are going to pop.
Yes, we did that. But they say I word, give thanks to them G. People remember the name Amenhotep. You can go over up on the TikTok there, you find him same. And them reasoning and more there over there. So tune in over there. See me, we are bringing him forward again. So that give thanks, my general.
I say a word, brother.
I say a word. Up people.